The Warriors have hit a rough patch, losing 9 of their last 11 games, and now the front office is making moves to turn things around. As whispers of new trade targets fill the air, it's clear Golden State is looking to add some key pieces to their lineup. Who could be donning the blue and gold next? Join me as we explore the latest potential trades and how they might just be the spark the Warriors need. Make sure to subscribe and like this video so you never miss a moment of Warriors action. The Golden State Warriors are in a rough spot right now, and it's tough to watch as a fan. With 9 losses in their last 11 games, including that shocking 51-point blowout against the Memphis Grizzlies, the questions are piling up. Can this team turn it around, or do they need to make some serious moves to fix what's clearly broken? We've seen the Warriors make a push by acquiring Dennis Schroder from the Brooklyn Nets, and while that's a step in the right direction, it feels like just the beginning of a much larger strategy. Brett Siegel has reported that the Warriors are exploring nearly every option available to them. Jimmy Butler has been a name that's floated around for a while now, but there are plenty of other intriguing targets on the radar. Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kyle Kuzma, Nikola Vucevic, Jonas Valanciunas, Bruce Brown, Dante DiVincenzo, Matisse Thybulle, and DeAndre Hunter are all players that the Warriors are considering. That's 10 potential targets. Some of these names like Kuzma and Vucevic have been linked to the team before, but the inclusion of players like Hunter and DiVincenzo feels fresh and exciting. It makes you wonder how serious the Warriors are about making a significant splash before the trade deadline on February 6th. Think about it. If the primary goal is to secure another championship during Stephen Curry's era, then the front office has a lot of work to do. There's no denying the pressure is on. Every decision made in the coming weeks could define the trajectory of this team for years to come. But I have to ask, is this the right approach? Bringing in multiple secondary talents could provide the depth and versatility the Warriors desperately need. But can you imagine the uproar if they don't land a big name like Butler? It's a balancing act. The fans want to see bold moves, but they also want to ensure the core of the team remains intact. I'm honestly torn on whether this is the best strategy. Sure, it could pay off big time, but it also risks disrupting team chemistry. And let's not forget the emotions that come with being a Warriors fan right now. There's frustration, hope, and a sprinkle of disbelief after that last game. We've been spoiled with championships, and to see the team struggle like this is disheartening. But the trade deadline is looming, and with it comes the potential for major changes that could reshape the roster. I want to hear from you all. What do you think? Should the Warriors take a big swing for a superstar, or is it wiser to build through strategic acquisitions? Do you believe they can still make a playoff push? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. As we look ahead, it's clear the Warriors need to be one of the busiest teams in the league before the deadline hits. With the right moves, they could turn this season around and make a serious run at the title. But if they misstep, we could be left wondering what went wrong for a long time to come. Make sure to share your thoughts and frustrations with me. I genuinely want to know how you're feeling about all this. Are you optimistic about the potential moves, or are you feeling a bit anxious about the future? The Golden State Warriors find themselves at a crossroads, and the buzz surrounding a potential trade for Jimmy Butler has reached a fever pitch. After a disastrous 144-93 loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, the urgency for change is palpable, and many fans are left wondering, are we desperate enough to pull off this deal? The recent acquisition of Dennis Schroder was a step, but let's be honest, it doesn't quite match the ambition of adding an all-star like Butler. Now, Butler's hefty $48.8 million contract complicates matters significantly. The Warriors would need to part with at least 4 players, and being just under the first tax apron adds another layer of difficulty. ESPN's Kevin Pelton floated a 3-team trade proposal that has sparked some serious discussion. Imagine this: the Warriors get Butler, while the Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson, and a couple of first-round picks. The Pistons would take on Kevon Looney and snag a second-round pick in the process. Looking at this from Miami's perspective, this deal makes sense if they aim to remain competitive. Wiggins, at 29, could be a solid fit alongside Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo. The draft picks, particularly the 2028 one, could be gold when you consider the ages of Stephen Curry and Butler at that time. But the real question is how motivated the Heat are to move Butler. If they don't see a future with him at that price, they might just bite the bullet on this deal. As for Detroit, They're in a prime position with cap space and could easily be players in the trade market. Adding a second-round pick for taking on Looney is a solid move, but will they see better offers? If they think they can get a first-round pick for absorbing a bad contract elsewhere, they might decline. Now, let's turn our eyes back to the Warriors. There are several critical points to consider here. By trading away key players, Golden State would be taking back nearly $4 million less in salary. This means they would need to find additional players to fill out their roster. A center is an absolute must if they trade Looney, leaving them vulnerable in the front court. They might have to look at trading someone like Jonathan Kuminga, especially when you weigh the odds of re-signing both him and Butler to massive contracts come off-season. This trade proposal might not be something the Warriors pull the trigger on right away, but if their struggles continue, it could become a real consideration. Fans are yearning for a proven playoff performer alongside Curry, and Butler fits that bill perfectly. Just look at his recent performance: 35 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists in a game earlier this week. That's the kind of player we need to turn this ship around. But here's where I stand. While the prospect of adding Butler is undeniably exciting, I'm torn. Wiggins has shown flashes of brilliance and has been one of the few bright spots in our lineup. Trading him along with key picks and players for a 35-year-old Butler is a gamble. Is this the best path forward for the Warriors? I honestly don't know. And I want to hear from you Warriors fans. What are your thoughts on this potential trade? Do you believe this is the best decision for our team moving forward? Or do you think we should hold on to our assets and find another way to improve? Let's get a discussion going in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on all things Warriors, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. This is a pivotal moment for our franchise, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds.